Hello, my name is Dr. Nicole Mashburn, and I'm going to be your instructor for Online Anatomy and Physiology 2. So this is Bio 202. I want to give you an orientation to the course and some ideas of how to navigate the course and kind of a plan of action for the rest of the semester. So obviously, if you're watching this, you've been able to log into Blackboard and you found the course. Whenever you go into the course, the first thing you should do is go to announcements. So let me change this to instructor, student mode. I go to announcements, and so obviously you've done that, and it says to go to course information. So the first thing to do today is to click on the course information tab and read about how to get started. So obviously you have done that or you would not be watching this video. So your video will be here. If you want to learn a little bit about me, there's a video, just a little short bio of me. There's an introductory video about the course, your learning objectives. This is like the overall study guide for the course, and then we have individual unit objectives. I'll show you where to find those. You have a Calhoun policies and procedures. This is the syllabus that is for all students. It doesn't matter which course you're taking, if it's an online class. So make sure you read through this. This is kind of what you need to know as far as what the college expects from you and what they expect you to know, like a withdrawal policy, disability statement, code of conduct, and things like that. So everybody should read that. And then I have my syllabus that's just for my course. All right, so this is, I've got an update for summer. I'm still working on summer, but you'll read through the syllabus. It's got your grade plan, it's got the topic outline, makeup policies, calendar, everything you need to know about the course is in the syllabus. So be sure that you read your syllabus. All right. Further information about your textbook is found here. We're going to come back to syllabus quiz just a second. Your textbook information is here. You need to get a textbook. I don't require the code for the summer students. If you have one, I will have some practice information at Mastering that you can use your code, but you don't have to have one. So if you have an older edition, a 9th, 10th, or 11th edition book, you can use that this summer. Don't worry about having a new edition. But if you have the new edition with the code, you'll have some extra practice that you'll have access to. You don't need to buy PowerPoints or lab guide. All that's included in Blackboard. I'll show you where that is. I've got my, sorry, instructor expectations. So make sure you read through here. My communications policy. I do want to say that for summer, I'm not on campus this summer. This is the only class I'm teaching, so I'm only working 10 hours a week from home, which means I'll be logging in every day for about 30 minutes. But if you need me, I can meet you on campus. I'll be on campus a couple of times throughout the summer, or we can have a telephone conversation or email. So I'll be available, just I won't be in an office for you to drop by. There's a testing policy, so if you're going to test, you will be testing for this course. You can either use the testing center or a paid service called HonorLock. So make sure you read through there. The HonorLock will be for a fee. So again, if you're not near campus and you can't come during testing center hours, you have the option to use HonorLock. So again, all that information is here. I've tried to have everything written out for you so that you wouldn't have to take notes while you're watching this video. So just be sure that you read through the testing policies. All right. And what else is on this page? Oh, and here is a little video on Mastering. Again, if you have that code and you want to use Mastering, the online resources, you can. So they're there for practice. So if you want to use Mastering, you can watch this little video on how to do it. So once you've gone through all that, make sure you take the syllabus quiz. This is how I'm going to take attendance for the first week. Obviously, you can go ahead and take it after you read the syllabus, but I find it's probably better to make sure you've gone through everything and then take the syllabus quiz. I just put it up at the top so you would see it and not forget to scroll all the way down and maybe miss it. So you'll click on the quiz, it will open, and you will take your syllabus quiz. All right, so once you finish answering your questions, you just do save and submit, and then I will get your grade. You can do it twice, highest grade counts. So make sure you do that syllabus quiz, and that needs to be done within the first week. So I'm going to have it due on Monday the 27th, I believe, which is Memorial Day, because really you should have already done this like the very first day, because this is a huge semester, lots of information. So if you're waiting for the first week to get your syllabus quiz done, you're probably behind. Sorry. All right, so once you've done your course information and done your syllabus quiz, it's time to get started. So everything is in course content. Click on that button. Here we go. I've got a general information on how to navigate things. You'll notice that all the assignments are going to be due at 11:59 a.m. That's like noon, like lunchtime. So make sure you're paying attention. I've got a calendar here that shows you when things are due. So everything that's due for a grade will be listed on your calendar. It's also on the last page of your syllabus. Go back to course content. Now, I know somebody's going to say, but I work. I don't get off. I can't take anything at noon. Well, it really doesn't matter what time I set the due date. Somebody works at midnight. Somebody works at noon. Somebody works Monday night. Somebody works Saturday nights. It literally doesn't matter when I pick a due date. It's going to conflict with somebody. It's summer. There's 10 weeks. We have to get it done. So there are 5 unit due dates. You don't have to do things on the due date. You just have to have them turned in by the due date. So if you work on Tuesday mornings, which is when everything is going to be due, if you look at the course calendar, let me go back again, you'll see that everything I have due for each unit is due on a Tuesday, okay, except for your syllabus quiz. All your stuff for the unit 1 is due on this Tuesday. Click through the next week. The next unit 2, a Tuesday. Unit 3, a Tuesday. I'm still working on dates, so ignore that. What that means is I really don't expect you to do everything on the due date. That's a really bad idea. All right, you want to spread things out. So let's go back to course content and let me show you what I mean. So let's click on the first unit. Make sure you read through your objectives. This is basically your study guide. I also have you an extra study guide with some more detailed questions. So you have your objectives and study guides, the things you want to print out at the beginning of each unit so that you can take notes and make sure you know what you need to learn. I've broken down the units into parts. We have part 1 and part 2. If you were in a fall or spring semester, those would each be done in a week. But this is summer, which means they're each done in about 3 or 4 days. It goes really, really fast. Okay, so when you click on a unit, you're going to do this in about 3 or 4 days. You simply read the information and then click through the buttons. Okay, so just click, click, click. And sometimes things don't work. You have to maybe update your browser. I'm actually in Chrome right now, so sometimes things don't work in Chrome. They work in Firefox, or they work in Internet Explorer. If you get something that doesn't work, pay attention. I've probably also got a downloadable file. The reason I have this one this way is to show you when things don't work. There should be something you can click to download in order to see it. So don't freak out if something doesn't work. There should be a second back door to all the information. Okay, so again, I put this in here to show you that. All right, so just continue to click. Then you're going to get into my videos. You're going to watch me lecture. And so I lecture to you just like what I'm doing right now. They should play automatically, but again, don't freak out. If they don't, there's a back door. So make sure you watch for that link. So if anytime something doesn't work, see if the back door works, because I've always tried to make sure you have a secondary way of getting your information. If you like to take notes, you'll notice there are some links. You can download the PowerPoints either as note pages or as the kind of the full size PowerPoints. So if you like to have this to take notes, you have that available. Each video has a set of PowerPoints. So click through. Again, here's a video. There's your back door. There's your notes. Click through, click through. Now, from time to time, I'll find something online that's maybe a good review activity. So if you come to something here, this is like review, that's not required, it's just practice. But if I found it and I put it in, that's because I think it's good. So you can click on your reviews and you'll have a way to kind of study outside of Blackboard. So always watch for those reviews. Sometimes there's little games, little Quizlets, and things like that. So watch for those. All right. So click on clicking, click on clicking. Again, here's another virtual blood typing lab. Again, something that allows you to practice, not for a grade, but just for practice and understanding. Some more review websites. And then another video. So once you finish a unit, you can go back and do the next module. All right, so again, these should take you about 3 or 4 days in the summer. Now, the points for the course come from homework, quizzes, and exams. So your homework and your quizzes, and there's a project you'll do on sexually transmitted diseases. Those are worth about 20% of your total grade, and then exams are worth 80%. Everything's due the same day, but again, I told you that's a really bad idea. So what you'll want to do is start working on your homework kind of early in the unit. Because a lot of the homework, they're case studies, which means you're going to read a case study and you're going to post your answers in a discussion board, and then you're going to read other people's answers and reply to them. So you really can't wait to the last minute. So if your exams are due like on a Tuesday, I would say get these case studies done like on Friday so that you still have the weekend to post to other people's discussions. Okay, so for example, you would read this case study and then it's got questions. So where you're going to put your answer is going to be in the discussion board. Okay, and so you'll see here's my fatal bone infection case study. You'll click in and you'll create a thread. You'll put in your answer. And then once somebody else has answered, you'll be able to see their answer and you can give them feedback. Okay, so to get full credit, you answer the questions and give someone feedback. All right, so that's going to be some of your points. Sometimes it's just quizzes. And again, the way I've got these quizzes set up is there's usually 2 attempts per quiz so that you have a chance to get the highest grade. Again, don't wait to the last minute because they're meant to help you prep for the exam. The reason I have everything due the same day is just because I realize it's summer and you've got vacations and work schedules that are crazy. So I just try to make it easy for everyone to just have this one due date. But spread it out so that it fits your lifestyle. So get your quizzes and homework done, I would say the Friday before the exams are due on Tuesday. That way you can see what you missed, you can learn from your mistakes, and you'll do better on the exam. Now, the last thing you do, there's going to be a folder that says review activities and exams. We have some review activities. So if you click on these are some things that we've made over the years. They're auto-graded. And they're wonky. It's not the best technology in the world, but it's okay. And so it's there for you to do some little quiz groups. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. It is what it is, but it is a great way to review as many times as you need to. And there's also one for anatomy. All right. The problem with the anatomy one is you have to type in the answers, and there's only so many ways we can think about how you guys are going to answer it. So if the answer says let's say, for example, the answer is aorta, but you put the aorta artery, then it's going to count it wrong because aorta was the right answer. But don't freak out. It's just a way for you to practice. All right, so let's go back. And once you have done your reviews, it's time to take the exams. And you'll notice I'm always going to have information for you to read about the exams, especially if you're going to be taking Honor Lock. Be sure you read the information about Honor Lock. Make sure you know your testing policies. You know when the testing centers are open. Their hours are typically 8 to 7, Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 11 on Friday. But again, it's summer, and so their dates may change based on holidays. So be sure you check out the testing center to know that. I've got a website that tells you how to get to the web testing center information. If you're going to be testing on Honor Lock, be sure you read the information about Honor Lock and know all the rules about that. Back to course. Oops. Well, where was I? Course content, Unit 3. So the last thing I want to say about the exams. Notice there's going to be a lab test and a lecture test. If it says Honor Lock, that's for you people taking it at home. If it says Respondus, that's for you taking it at the testing center. So if you're home, you'll click on the Honor Lock one, and if you're at the testing center, you'll click on the Respondus one. The testing center has the password. Honor Lock has the password for you guys as well. So just click on the exam, and what needs to happen will happen. All right. I wanted to point out a couple of things over here to the side. Again, always check announcements. If you're not sure about something, always go back to course information, reread the syllabus, look at this orientation again if you forget, where things are, how to find things. All the units are set up exactly the same way. So when you click on the unit 1 through 5, it's going to have the modules, it's going to have your homework, it's going to have your quiz, it's going to have your exams. So they'll all be exactly the same. So once you figure out unit 1, you're good to go the rest of the semester. I want to show you the discussion board. Again, don't freak out. There's a lot on here right now just because I haven't had a chance to clean it up. It's still spring semester and I'm trying to get ready for summer. I want everybody to introduce yourself. So click on introductions, create a thread, and you will it's because it's not you know why? Because there we go. Hi. All right, so a quick discussion, and then you will post your discussion and introductions as well. This is a good place, maybe if you live around here and you want a study buddy or you want a virtual study buddy, you have a place to meet and greet each other in the discussion board. It's a little more anonymous than sharing email addresses and text information, which you're welcome to do. But again, if you want to kind of meet each other in the discussion board, you can do that as well. If at any time you find something in the course that's broken, because again, I'm making the course right now, taking my spring class and copying it to summer, things break. And I try to check everything, but again, things typically will happen and I don't notice it. So if you see a broken link, let me know. If you're looking to meet someone to make a study buddy, I've got a forum for you to do that. And then I've got a forum for each unit. And that is for you to ask questions. So think about it as raising your hand. So I guarantee you I'm not up 24 hours a day. Again, I'm part-time this summer, so I'm only going to be around about 10 hours a week on the class, which means I'm not available 24/7. So I'm going to log in and check my email, and I'll check the discussion board, and if there's nothing there, then I'll check again the next day. Typically, things get busy right around due dates, and so I'll check in more often around the due dates. But I will check in every day. That being said, if you have a question, post it, and then everybody else, if you'll check the discussion board every day, if you see a question, you can answer it, or you can say, yeah, I have the exact same question. I don't understand. So that when I do log in, I can see what people are not sure about. All right, so make sure you use that discussion board as a virtual classroom. Ask questions so that I'm available to see what you guys don't understand and can correct wrong information. If you can answer a question, please do. And if I see that your answer is not right, I'll correct it. But if it's right, I'll let it go. And again, you'll use this for your discussions for your case studies. All right. You'll have a My Grades tab, so you'll be able to see all your grades. Again, these due dates are going to be updating as I get my summer class turned in or set up. So if you log in the first day and it's already got some maybe work that's late, say it was due like in April, that's just because I'm still trying to convert spring to summer. So don't freak out. I'll get unit 1 will be done first, then I'll get 2 through 5 done. It's always hard getting final exams from one semester finished and then try to get your next course done at the same time. So your grades will be here. All right, so just watch for that. And if you need to email me, you can just click here, or if you want to email another student, you can do that. So for example, you'd click here, do your instructor, put something, make sure you put your name. If your name is different than Blackboard, make sure that you use the name that I see in the gradebook. So whatever your registered name is for Blackboard, use that name. Otherwise, I may have 3 Kellys and 4 Brittany's. So make sure you use your first and last name so I know who you are. You may even want to put your C number just to be sure the first couple of times. All right, so you can send me an email. Now, if you're not from Calhoun, this may be new for you. If you send me an email, I'm going to respond to that, but it's not going to come back to Blackboard. I know it's kind of stupid, but you have to check your Calhoun email. All right, so be sure you're using your Calhoun email. All right, so if you email me, okay, it's going to come back to my Calhoun email. So that's where you're going to see the answer. So make sure that you're doing that. Don't email me and then think, she never emailed me back because you only checked Calhoun, Blackboard. Be sure you check your My Calhoun email. You can also email me just directly from Calhoun email, just nicole.mashburn@calhoun.edu, and that way you know where you sent it from and where the reply will come to. But I just wanted to clarify that because I always have a student who emails me and then gets really upset because I didn't email them back, and I did, but it was at Calhoun email. All right. Again, I'm going to set up a link for you guys who have the code to go into mastering. It'll be under this link, and once it sets up, it'll look something. Let me go to my spring class. You'll just click on Welcome to Mastering A&P. You'll log in, use your access code, and you'll have access to some assignments. And the best thing about it is the study area. So you have an e-text, you have study area, there's quizzes, there's all kind of extra stuff. So if you're a person that likes extra stuff and you have time for it this summer, that's why I don't use mastering, especially in the summer, because a lot of times people are just too busy, but it's great. So if you have a code, I would recommend you use it, but it'll be here. And then if you need help, we have online tutoring. So tutor.com is something you can use. It's free. And also, if you go back out to the main page, there it's the STAR Institute. So that's also tutoring. And obviously you have Blackboard, discussion board, and email to me if you need help. Let's see, what else? I know, it's a lot. It's a lot for me. It's a lot for you. It's okay. You'll make it. Oh, Student Resource Center. I think they're going to actually move this to the main page. If so, I will move my link. But this is, if you have any questions about how things work, this is any student on campus has access to help. So if you're not sure about something, if your email's not working, if you're not sure about testing or tutoring, if you can't remember what I said about those services, they should be in the Student Resources page. And then last but not least, we just got this thing called Blackboard Collaborate. And since I'm not going to be on campus this semester, I'm going to try it. Probably try to set up one a week. Do some in the morning, maybe some in the afternoon, and maybe some in the evening. And so I will usually post that on maybe Sunday night. Say, hey guys, this week, watch for me to be online maybe Wednesday morning or Tuesday afternoon or Thursday evening. So you'll just meet me in this virtual classroom. So what this is not is me lecturing. Okay, this is, hey, I'm going to be here live for you guys to ask me questions. So if you've been working on your content, you've got your study guide filled out, you can say, hey, Dr. Mashburn, on number 14, I didn't really understand what that meant. Could you explain? There's other people in the room and they can also benefit from the question. So I'll have these go on probably once or twice a week. For about 15-20 minutes at a time. So we'll just see how it goes. I just started using it and so far it's been successful. I know it's going to be hard to find a time that works for everybody, but I will do my best to have some throughout different times of the week. All right, so I know that's a ton of information. So now you're thinking, what am I supposed to do? Again, go take your syllabus quiz. All right, so go back to course information, get you started again. You've watched your orientation video. Read your syllabus, take your syllabus quiz, okay? Make sure that you've paid attention to what you need to know this week and get started on that content. All right, most people have had an online class, so that information, they can usually kind of fly through that pretty quickly. Go ahead and get started. It's a lot of information. Make sure you read your unit objectives, print off your study guide. There'll be one for the lab, one for the lecture, and just start your material and start watching those videos. Okay. When you watch a video, I would go then to that part of the textbook and read about it in the textbook and then try to answer the questions in the study guide. I've tried to have my study guide be in the same order as the lectures. So as best I can, they kind of follow the same general order that my lectures come in. All right, I know that's a lot, but trust me, you'll do fine. This semester I've had a great class in the spring. I had a ton of A's and B's. So it's definitely a class that you can be successful in if you stay on top of it, if you're doing something about every day. Please don't wait to the last minute. Procrastination is killer. So you want to make sure every day you're spending some time in the class and not procrastinating and waiting to the last minute. That will be the main reason for failure in the class is procrastination. So trust me when I say do some every night. And when I say some, like 2 to 3 hours a night. And I know you're thinking, oh no, but that's just what it's going to take. This is a lot of information. So buckle in, get ready. I'm here for you. So we will have a great semester and good luck.